What's up, esports fans? This is Bang on My Drums. May the 4th be with you on this lovely Thursday as we bring you what is now tonight's installment of the Find Me Off Overwatch League. After some technical difficulties getting things started tonight, we are live and direct to give you all the Overwatch fun and excitement here. Thanks to What's Poppin' for coming in and saving the day. We appreciate you, buddy. I am joined as well by Papa Brown Man in the booth this evening. It is map number 3. Let Him Cook up 2-0 against Grand Slams. So Let Him Cook a 1-2 in the standings as of week 3. Definitely trying to improve their record here against the, I believe, undefeated Grand Slams. And right now, Grand Slams definitely having a bit of a struggle this evening. We've seen Reckless putting on a DPS and support clinic tonight, and currently Lindamood in the lineup as well for Let Him Cook, along with Box 5 Robot, Squints, and Patty Shep. And Flame Chaser running with his usual crew tonight of himself, Fox McCumulus, Decidueye, Quasiata, and Astrus. They now take their turn defending here on Midtown after a substantial push where they got most of the way through to the last point, although they did not quite capture. And of course, that last point, like most final points on Hybrid, is very hard to attack. So, understandable there. We see Box 5 Robot running the Sigma. He's doing that very successfully this map here. Flame Chaser running his standard Reinhardt. He's going to dive in and go after those supports. The lamp goes down, so does Squints, but Reckless is going to manage to take out Fox Cumulus. And Decidueye getting the follow-up there, courtesy of Box 5 Robot. So we see Flame Chaser, though, charging in. It's going to take out Lindamood. That is going to probably be a fight win here for Grand Slams. The Quasiat and Astrus going down. It's just Flame Chaser on point by himself. He's going to charge. He's going to catch Box 5 Robot. But Box 5 is just going to respond with a rock, and down goes Flame Chaser. So that is going to be the last stand there as Grand Slams get pushed off of the first defense here. And quick heads up to Mr. What's Poppin' here. You have the team names backwards. So we just need to fix that real quick, and we'll have everything the way it's supposed to be. And that is going to do it for first point there. We're just going to change the title here to be Let Him Cook versus Grand Slam. So, get the stream title looking correct. That's important there. So, what'd you think of that little push there, Mr. Papa Brown Man?
Yeah, that was really interesting. Thanks, Bang on My Drum. Happy to be streaming with you here as we see a Shatter come out in the middle of the fight, and it really just appeared like they rushed the point there. So, Let Him Cook, just really cooking up onto their... Oh, Let Him Cook.
You see Lindamood, speaking of Let Him Cook, Lindamood has been hot all night on these sniper heroes. We see Flame Chaser diving in hot, and he's gonna get punished. Fox Cumulus is gonna get res there, but down goes Decidueye. Squints getting traded off there, not with Fox Cumulus getting that damage boost from Astrus on the Mercy there. But down goes Fox Cumulus again.
Yeah.
We see once again
control that fight.
Not able to control the high ground by himself without his tank, and that's going to allow Box 5 and company to march that fire truck right on forward as they round the final corner here. They've got Decidueye, unbeknownst to them, hiding in this corner,
yeah, they're
waiting to use that EMP, and they're definitely going to throw Bob in there as well. There's the EMP.
Oh,
he gets
EMP
3 right away.
Fruition.
Down goes Squints. Reckless going to pop the amp matrix, and Lindamood trying to make some use of that, and he will. Reckless in particular getting a couple of really good picks there. Box 5 just kind of retreats with the rest of his team, and they're only down 1 here as it's just Fox with Cumulus and Astrus still left, and they're going to have to retreat. In comes the Bob to stall, and Box 5 is... Oh no, there goes Lindamood. That hurts. What a hero play by Fox with Cumulus. Box 5 Robot trying to hang on here. He's going to get hacked. So that is going to stop him from using his cooldowns for a second there, but Box 5 and Squints still holding some forward position here as they plug away. You see Squints has his ult, but I don't think they want to use it just yet. They're kind of doing a soft regroup here just off of the point. Just waiting for another team member to get back, and Squints gets solo shattered.
Oh, no more Death Blossom.
Oh, and the hack takes out the the Gravitic Flux, that is big, unfortunate for Box 5 Robot. That is just not what he wanted there. We see a Dragon Strike coming out from Lindamood, but Quasiata just gonna Suzu himself and get out of it.
See, they're spending a
gets
lot
nice
on this
follow-up
fight.
there. They're spending a lot, and it's taking a lot of time. And Flame Chaser and company just do not want to let this last point go. Another big hack. We see Flame Chaser missing his charge this time, but we have another Amp Matrix already from Reckless. Here comes the Death Blossom from Squints. That's going to get no one, but it is going to zone out the point a little bit. You see Squints actually ends up getting a headshot there by Fox Cumulus. Unfortunately, not able to survive long enough. Down goes Box 5 Robot. Down goes Patty Shep is not long for this world, but he's not down yet. There he goes. And Reckless is just going to moon shoes his way on out of there. Oh,
Yeah,
but he doesn't quite make it. That hurts.
Let him cook with a tremendous hold there. I just want to really highlight the play from Astrus. He was at about 18 health, staring down an Amp Matrix from Reckless, and he somehow survived that fight to pop Valkyrie and just get tremendous value.
Yeah, the Astrus, they really just got tremendous value out of that Valkyrie. And oh man, Fox Cumulus just having a bad time against Lindamood's Hanzo right now. And we want to point out that yeah, I think you got the teams backwards there. It's Let Him Cook who are on the attack right now.
Ah.
Yeah. So right now, Grand Slams trying to make something happen here. There's a big two-man shatter. Box 5 Robot and Patty Chef getting caught in it. But an Amp Matrix is going to save their lives. And another Valkyrie from Astrus, but Flame Chaser's out of the fight. And here comes another EMP.
The EMP comes out.
Here comes the Bob as well. The beat is there. It's going to save the team, but not soon enough because Box 5 Robot doesn't get saved. And just a solid stall happening here right now from Grand Slams. As Bob disappears, and right now it's just Lindamood. Oh no, Lindamood going down here. It's just the two supports left. Oh, Squints getting caught in the charge of Flame Chaser. That has gotta hurt. And thanks, Bardo. We're happy to hear it. Bathroom breaks are important. They're very important. And let's see here now. We have Box 5 Robot has Annihilation close. They've got Dragon Strike and Amp Matrix. This is still a winnable fight if you're Let Him Cook right now.
Let Him Cook
a huge early pick on Fox with Cumulus. And we see Astrus trying to go for that res, and Box 5 Robot says, not today. And down goes Astrus. They are not going to live long with getting chased down by Ramatra. Both supports out of the fight. Down goes Flame Chaser. And Decidueye is going to have to get out with his life.
Linda dumping a lot of damage in that fight, as we see.
Decidueye is uncloaks, trying to touch. Reckless says, no thank you. And there we go, minute and 30 seconds to cover most of the distance in to this final point here. Squint still has his tire.
Especially with a couple of ults coming up on Grand Slam side of things. We'll probably see a Shatter of this fight as well as a Kitsune Rush.
We're definitely going to see a Shatter and a K-Rush. Probably save the Bob for the next fight when they have VMP. Is what I would do anyway. We see Flame Chaser right now up rather alone, not entirely by himself, but there's a big Shatter, gets two once again. But down goes Fox with Cumulus to Squints there, just plugging away. Here comes the tire, it's going to take out Quasiata. Fox with Cumulus is going to get res, but here comes the Annihilation.
We're doing the Annihilation on top of this? This might be a lost fight for them, though.
It's not quite enough, as everybody just kind of walked away from Box 5 Robot. Fox with Cumulus did die eventually after summoning the Bob. But right now, it's not going to do quite... As I say, it wasn't going to do enough. It gets two. So a huge play there by Fox with Cumulus. 30 seconds to go. And
that's a huge time chunk waste for Grand Slams.
Yeah, that's a good job by them to stay in that fight. They still have EMP coming up here. They have both support ults. And right now, this is not looking good for Let Him Cook. They have 30 seconds and 15 seconds now, and they have basically one ult to work with. Maybe two if they're lucky, and Patty Chef gets beat early.
The odds are stacked against them.
So that one ult is there too. Oh, down goes Fox with Cumulus again early, with then Squints just running in there on the Junkrat. Here comes the Kitsune Rush, and the EMP is going to take away the Amp Matrix, so now there's nothing for Let Him Cook to work with here.
Action.
Oh, there it goes. Astrus going to finish off Lindamood on the Ash. The Shatter didn't actually get anyone immediately, but that's not going to matter, because that is a map win for Grand Slams, a 2-1 game. And
so
Josh,
to answer,
Minoru, to answer your question, we actually started the stream only a few minutes ago. So you didn't technically you did not miss anything. Because the game was happening while it wasn't being streamed. Lamau. And Lamau indeed. And look at that, Box 5 Robot with a solid Sigma play.
Yeah, it's interesting that he pulls the Sigma out on, what is that, map 3 there.
Yeah, see, the Ramatra was working really well for him.
Yeah, he seemed to, he snap switched to that Ramatra on map 1 or 2, I believe it was, and then he stayed on it until that map 3, which was the first map that they lost, so we'll see if they go back to that in map 4 as Let Him Cook tries to put this one away. What we perhaps could have stumbled on is a belated reverse sweep.
It is possible. It is entirely possible.
The scenario's been set. Grand Slams takes a map after being down 2-0.
Yeah, anything could really happen here.
One thing I noticed in that map was that Flame Chaser had been the source of most of the aggression through maps 1 and 2, but Let Him Cook got a lot more aggressive on that map, especially on their first attack.
Yeah, I think they might have, just let their the hype get the better of them there, and it's one of those things where you get some confidence because you're up 2 maps, you're feeling good, but you got to be careful because if you get a little too cocky, sometimes that can actually end up hurting you. So it's a tricky balance to make.
Absolutely, especially this early in the season too. These teams don't necessarily have the most amount of practice time with each other as they're being freshly drafted, so a lot of times things can get out of hand pretty quickly.
And apparently Flame Chaser very happy with the pick of Route 66 for the final map here. I'm going to wait and see if Let Him Cook has a swap to make, as they do have Macho Man still on the bench. So we might see Macho running on DPS again, and Reckless is going to say ready. So looks like we're going to just roll with it. And you know what, Gerbil? Honestly, Let Him Cook was cooking. They were cooking pretty hot in those first 2 maps that you didn't see. I really thought they could pull this off. I mean, their record is not the best this season. So, I was pulling for the underdog here. I wanted to see them pull it off against arguably the best team in the league right now. It would have been a very stunning upset. But that being said, there's still plenty of map time to go here.
Absolutely. What I would like to know is what exactly are they cooking? Because it seems to have taken them about 4 weeks to preheat that oven.
I would imagine that there's a lot of mise en place happening here right now. And Flame Chaser also making an excellent point in chat, relevant to both teams. Why do they call it an oven when you in the cold food and out hot eat the food? That is, really, truly a question for the ages. He burnt my shake. Oh, man. And here we go. Box 5 Robot back on the Sigma. Flame Chaser on the Rhine. He's going to look for a nice cheeky pin here. And there he goes. All the way back into his team. And the dynamite and the pin and the anti and the ouch. That is a big ouch, and Flame Chaser going to absolutely decimate Let Him Cook here as Lindamood goes down as well. That is a team wipe in the first 30 seconds. What a play by Flame Chaser. Absolutely massive brain. I honestly am just stunned. And yes, Flatbed Fred, I agree, that did look like it hurt. And Box 5 just trying to make something happen here against Flame Chaser's Rhine. And just kind of getting bullied right now. I think I would really like to see him swap back to the Ramatra here. The problem with Sigma is he's just not good at close range. As opposed to that mid-range poke that he plays so much. Or that he's used for so much. And oh, look at a nice rock though. Looks like we're going to try and see some progress here. We see Lindenmood on the the Widow now. Going to take out Fox and Cumulus and Astrus.
Flame is nearly being pushed off the map.
Oh, man. Let's see. We see Let Him Cook's going to turn it around. We got to let him cook. And, Mac, we got to switch the names again, buddy. I'm sorry. I know I keep doing this to you, but we swapped the teams and I have to swap the names on the stream. Awkward.
Drew, just as soon as we call for the Sigma swap, we
You know,
End up- yeah.
sometimes you speak too soon.
Sometimes, indeed, sometimes you walk into that trap as the team name really just makes you want to let him cook. Flame
And look at
Chaser
that,
get the pin on the
huge
Patty
EMP.
ship.
Flame Chaser and Fox and Cumulus going to absolutely clean up
Gosh, yeah, they're just going all in on this Reinhardt.
Few punks short of a gang right now. Sit
there. And
front.
that is going to be another team wipe for
Say,
Grand
all it
Slams
cost
here.
him- All it cost him was an EMP and a nano, and it was just clinical.
And we've still got 2 ults coming up pretty soon here. Fox and Cumulus will have Bob for the next fight. Astrus will probably have their Valkyrie pretty soon as well. Flame Chaser going to have a shatter
Yeah,
at least by the middle of this next fight.
he'll have it early.
Minimum. He'll have it very soon. You see Box 5 doing a good job of cutting up his high ground here with a shield. We're going to see, Lindenmood getting picked off by Fox with Cumulus. Following up with the Bob. It's going to be right
Where
in.
did Bob go?
He just stayed on gas station. He didn't go anywhere. I don't know if Fox with Cumulus did that on purpose or not, but if he did, that is some amazing Bob tech.
I was gonna say he's able to shoot through the letters there, so that's actually a pretty good spot.
That's an
Zones
incredible
off the
spot.
other team.
That is the sort of thing that I love to see. And here comes the Gravitic Flux. It's gonna get the Ash and the Mercy on the gas station there. Here comes the beat from Reckless to help his team engage. You see they're gonna go after Flame Chaser now, who's in that little tunnel by
Looking
himself.
for the res.
Following
Looking
up
for
with the Infrasight, but Box 5 gets solo shattered.
Oh, they're gonna spend Dragon on this. I don't think it's enough to get
Squints.
Flame Chaser.
Squints tried. You see Lindenmood getting the follow-up kills there. So
It-
down goes Flame Chaser. It looks like they're going to actually manage to make something of it here. And with just 30 seconds to go, the cart is moving forward, but Decidueye is back, and he is sneaking around in the back line of Let Him Cook right now. Reckless knows he's there, but can't see him. And now Decidueye is going to uncloak. He's going to try and stay on the point as long as he can. Fox with Cumulus and Decidueye both picked off. Flame Chaser is there. Astra's trying to get the res, and they do not manage to pull it off. And here's that Kitsune Rush. Box 5 Robot on the Reinhardt now, just swinging away. And the first checkpoint reached in the nick of time there by Let Him Cook.
Yeah, it's a really good Kitsune Rush from Patty Shep here, as it's the only ult expended to get that checkpoint. Interesting that we saw Box 5 switch onto the Reinhardt for a last-second touch, and he's now going to be dueling that Reinhardt on Route 66.
He gets there faster. I don't know if it was last second. He definitely would have had time to get there, but I think, you know, when you're running Sigma into Ryan is hard, and because Ryan can just walk past Sigma,
Yeah.
and Sigma can't really peel. So I
And
think
he had just
you
used
play
the-
the Ryan just to match the aggression. See Squints with a nice pick there on Fox and Cumulus. I would imagine Astrus will try to res that if they can, but it doesn't look like they will be able to. And so now the cart's just going to get pushed through the second phase here. Flame Chaser is very much caught out on his own. He's got Quasiata in the back, trying to help
Yeah,
him.
the shatter
Quasiata
blocked.
goes down, the shatter blocked. We see the EMP, and it gets purified immediately by the Suzu of Patty Shep. We see the Dragon Strike coming across the point from Squints there, not able to make anything happen. And Fox with Cumulus winning the sniper duel against Lindenmood in the back line there.
That's huge,
A
because
huge
now...
pick, but Box 5 Robot and Company still pushing this cart forward. And we see Flame Chaser now once again having the Rhine duel here. Box 5 getting hacked by Decidueye. And now him and Flame Chaser are going to trap Box 5 in that corner, but here comes the beat. The Shatter's going to get Flame Chaser. He's nanoed though, so he's going to survive that one pretty easily. And it's just this Astrus there, Valking, trying to help their team out. Box 5's going to watch Flame Chaser charge across here. As Flame Chaser was going after the Kiriko, it didn't quite hit him. Bob is there on the backside of point right now. Astrus getting swatted there by Lindenmood with some help from Box 5.
Whoa.
And oh no, Box 5 getting charged off the point here. And we see, the Kitsune Rush coming out a little late from Patty Shep, but
It
it
might be
is going
enough.
to allow the cart to push forward here. There's nobody touching it. Down goes Decidueye to Reckless. chasing him down. And there we go, just shy of 2 minutes left, and we are on to the garage phase, as I am now deciding to call it.
Garage?
Because that's what it's a warehouse phase. Warehouse. Probably more accurate to say. Ooh. Reckless getting a little too cheeky there, and he's going to get a fire strike straight to the everything. And, oh man, Squints getting caught out as well. Box 5, though, managing to swing through there and pin Flame Chaser. Stop him from getting out right away. Flame Chaser's low, but it looks like he's going to have the support he needs to survive. Box 5, however, he is not long for this world. And that is going to be a lost fight for Let Him Cook as they regroup just outside of their spawn here. And now Decidueye is going to take out Lindamood as Reckless tried to stop him, but just a little too late there on that one. Coincidence? I think, that's a good point, Flatbed. Patty Shep has ulted and then they have capped the point each time. The pattern is rather obvious. It's like the mole men. We know they're real, just like birds are not. And there's a huge shatter from Flame Chaser. That's all 5. Reckless getting up, managing to get the beat off there. So only Patty Shep actually got killed in that initial exchange. Fox McCumulus goes down, but so does Lindamood. Asterisk does manage to get the res off there onto Fox McCumulus. So a scrappy fight, but that is going to be a win for Grand Slams here. Let Him Cook trying their best to make something happen here, but fighting this last point, much like payload maps, it's always a challenge. When Shoei outside cry. Listen, Jordan, that is 100% true. We all cry when Flame Chaser shatters us, because it usually means we're going to die. And here we go, final fight territory. The dynamite gets cleansed by Patty Shep.
Oh,
and a huge
EMP comes off
EMP.
early. If they can manage to get Reinhardt, then they have no ults at the table.
Box
Block
5's going to get
shatter
blocked
anyway.
by Flame Chaser. But Flame Chaser was purple, and he's going to get taken out, though. The cart is still moving forward here. Another huge Suzu coming out from Patty Shep. In overtime now, this is definitely a last desperate attempt, but they're making the best of it right now with a big nade coming in there from Quasiata, followed by the dynamite. That's going to shred Lindamood, because he had no heals coming in. And another shatter followed by Bob. Flame Chaser going to get one right off the bat there. Squid's going down.
Flame.
It's just Box 5 Robot on the point. He's going to get dynamited and fire strike Bob. And that is the end of round number 1. And honestly, a valiant final effort there from Let Him Cook. Although it's a 2-0 score right now, that was still a very impressive final push there from Let Him Cook.
Absolutely. They
And
can't
very
complain about the
defendable.
progress they got there, considering they were at the last second touch on checkpoint A.
Absolutely. This is a very defendable position for Let Him Cook to be in right now. They can give up first point entirely and still win the game tonight. This is very much match point still for them right now.
It's always nice to have
anything
that
can
cushion.
happen. But their main goal here is just to not get rolled on first phase. Just don't get rolled. As long as they do that, as long as they can shave off a respectable amount of time on first phase, they will be in a very good spot here. We see Box 5 going back to the Sigma for the
Right back to that
defense.
Sigma.
Squint's going to run the Torbjorn, which I do not hate here at all. Just the extra damage, just having that 6th player just on cooldown. Love to see it. A nice little sneaky turret placement there by the gas station, although I kind of would like to see that turret posted up on top of the gas station so it has more of a sight line, but you don't want it to get destroyed right away. So there's a trade-off to be had on both sides there. See Lindamood getting the
throw
Sonic
turret
off.
in the train car, give him a decoy to shoot, and then I throw that one behind the side.
Oh no,
Fox
Squint's
gets an
picked
open
off
pick.
first. That is a big opening
Huge
pick for
pick.
Fox and Cumulus on the Widow.
No Torb.
That is going to
for
hurt.
first fight.
We see Lindamood gonna have the duel against Decidueye, and he's gonna lose that.
Decidueye wins. Yep.
That is big unfortunate. Squints' turret now getting taken out as well. And
5v3.
the 5v3 that... Oh no, Reckless getting caught in the pin. Wasn't
Came
able to use his
so
moon
far
shoes.
back.
And down
Oh,
goes
and then
Patty
the
Shep.
Kiriko had teleported in only to die to the Rhine Hammer. That's tragic.
And down goes Box 5 Robot. Down goes Squints. This is going to be a very, very quick fight here. As Lindamood once again getting picked off by Decidueye. That is not a stagger you want to see at
I'm not
this
sure
stage.
Yeah, I'm not sure that Lindamood is really ready for that swap because Decidueye had been on the Sombra for the last 2 maps.
Yeah, we see now Box 5 Robot switching onto the Doomfist here. He's going to just walk around this high ground presence that Grand Slams have here. Just going to run onto point. He's going to get shattered, though, as Flame Chaser comes back and just charges him all the way off the point. The purple, and he is out of the fight. Reckless getting a pick there in Decidueye, but it's not going to be quite enough. The Torbjorn turret is there from Squints, but Squints himself is not there because he got picked off already. Lindamood on Fox Cumulus in the back line here is going to take him out.
Yep.
But the unfortunately not enough. They were not able to stop the checkpoint from getting captured, so now they've got 5 minutes where they need to defend streets here. And here we go, Flame Chaser once again just charging right in. He's got damage coming from several sides, but he's not letting it bother him because he's got that pocket from Astros, and that is doing a lot to keep him alive here. No, Lindamood getting caught out.
Flame Chaser just really taking over this lobby.
You see, Fox Cumulus did get picked off there early, so a little bit of a disadvantage now for Grand Slams as they're down to DPS, but Let Him Cook also down to DPS, so it ends up evening out.
Say we've got 3 ults, and 4, 5 ults. Could be a 5 ult, 5 ult fight here.
The Amp Matrix just to murder Decidueye. Oh no, Box 5 Robot just all alone is gonna get charged, but the charge misses.
Survives.
He gets the Doom cooldowns off. He's gonna use the Meteor Strike to try and get out.
No, he goes in.
He goes in for it, and he gets slept.
And he gets slept.
And here comes the Bob now. And the Bob is actually going to push Cart for a little bit.
Oh my gosh, they used it.
And now we see Patty Shep and company trying to get on out. The Molten Core is out there. Flame Chaser gets caught in it, and down he goes. That is a huge play by Squints to keep that fight alive.
Yeah, Ana might get staggered here.
We see Reckless getting staggered here, and that's going to hurt as he's not going to be able to regroup with his team quite as quickly. Reckless is going to, Decidueye is going to get out. And Astros just kind of hanging out, waiting for the rest of their team to come back. The Torbjorn turret is still there, now sitting on the cart, and Lindamood once again going down at the beginning of the fight. That has gotta hurt. Squints' turret is out of commission here. 3 minutes to go. And now Flame Chaser's gonna charge in once again. Doesn't really get anyone, he stops. Box 5 Robot on the Ramattra now, trying to make something happen, but down goes Squints. So there's no DPS on the side of Let Him Cook right now. It's just the Baptiste and the Ramattra to do the most damage here. But Lindamood comes back, so goes on an absolute tear, gets 2, but Flame Chaser gets a couple kills of his own, and Astros is gonna res Decidueye, and they have solidified. 3rd point will be in the running here for their team, as Decidueye just absolutely popping off on this Hanzo.
Yeah, Grand Slam's really just firing on all cylinders here. They have Flame Chasers taking so much phase and protecting his Ana at the very same time, just keeping him up. They're getting a ton of value on the supports. The picks are coming in from Decidueye, and Flame Chasers taking the space. Everybody truly just playing their role right now.
And we see, speaking of playing the roles, Fox Cumulus with the damage boost from Mercy there, gonna take out Box 5 Robot. So that is going to allow a lot of extra cart progress here for Grand Slams. Fox Cumulus having full control of that high ground right now. Squints is gonna walk in there on the Rhine. And now this is gonna be very much, could be last fight territory here for Let Him Cook. They're gonna have to make something happen here soon. They've got the Amp Matrix out now. Lindamood and Reckless making as much use of that as they can. And here we see the Kitsune Rush coming out as well. Yep. Reckless goes down. Lindamood's out of the fight. Flame Chaser getting 2 with that swing on the big shatter there. Flame Chaser gets a team wipe with a good amount of help from his DPS. And that is map number 4 in the bag. Grand Slams tying things up at 2-2.
We are heading to a map 5. It's a good thing we ended up starting this stream. Flame Chaser taking play of the game here, likely with the cleanup. Kill at the end. Oh no, it's early game.
Just an absolute monster of a play with that shatter. Getting nanoed, just all gas, no brakes.
Misses both fire strikes, still gets a quad kill.
Listen.
That is a good question, Flame Chaser. What is the last map? Much like the last dab, It's going to be Nepal or Antarctica.
And it looks like Nepal is the
I was
choice.
gonna say, I do not think Let Him Cook wants to go to Antarctica here.
Honestly, I like Antarctica, but that is also because I play a lot of Rhine when I play tank, and Nepal and Antarctica is not a good map if you don't play a lot of Reinhardt. We saw Box 5 had a lot more success on other tanks tonight, so they definitely want Nepal. That's a map that it is good for Rhine, but it's, I think, better. It's you have the option to play a lot of other tanks besides Rhine.
Absolutely, and as someone who has tried to Rhine duel against Flame Chaser from personal experience, it is an uphill battle. Because he will just defiantly play Reinhardt into anything you pick. It could be Doomfist, it could be a reset. He won't care. And they have a strategy going into this where they've clearly got supports in there that are just trying to keep Flame Chaser up to control this tempo, and it appears to be working.
It appears to be working very well, and it's worked for them all season. We've got the ready signal from both captains.
We're heading into map 5.
Here we go.
It all gets decided here at Nepal. Starting off with the map that usually warrants a Mei showing up. We'll see if we see that pop back up.
I fully expect Lindamood to run Mei here.
We'll see, we saw Lindamood on the Mei on map 2.
It's very likely. We did,
Queen Street?
I think so. And honestly, Mei would... No, it was map 1. He played it on Busan.
Ah, right.
But I would fully expect a Mei here from Lindamood. Oh no, he's gonna run the Sim. Also not a bad choice.
And
so
then
we're gonna
Box 5 on
the Junker Queen. I don't hate a Junker Queen on this point. It's gonna be rough running that into Hanzo Sim on the side of Grand Slams. So will it be difficult? Yes. Could it theoretically work? Absolutely. We're going to see how do Let Him Cook use their teleporter. It's not to get to high ground, but instead to get themselves to point faster. And now Box 5 just kind of poking out here against Decidueye, who's on the high ground, but they're going to just set themselves up on point. And they're going to wait.
Getting that Symmetra. Set up on point first.
And now we see Fox with Cumulus. Oh, so Let Him Cook are the only ones actually running the Sim. But it doesn't matter because Decidueye and Flame Chaser are just going to kind of yeet themselves in and make something happen.
Down very early there. That's
you see a pick on Decidueye by Box 5 Robot there running the Junker Queen. Lindamood goes down now though. So I like the idea of just using the teleporter to get out fast because that's all it was. They just swapped Sim for a few seconds to get the rest of the team teleported out. And then just swap. And then they did what they needed to do.
Power slide to get back up with the rest of the team. Interesting.
Yeah. It's a strategy we've seen before. I think even in pro play they do it sometimes. They'll use Sim just to get out faster.
It's pretty much standard in pro play.
And we see Decidueye getting absolutely ganged on by all of Let Him Cook, using that teleporter to their advantage there. And once again, the turrets are on point here, and Flame Chaser are going to get shredded.
Flame Chaser down early, that's huge. Yeah, the scouting was great there to know that Rekkles was going to be sitting up on high ground and then teleport up to him.
Yeah, we see, I think Rekkles was just the first one through the teleporter, but they knew that they were going to have either Decidueye or Fox with Cumulus up on the high ground trying to scout them or trying to get picks. So they just took the high ground away, which was the right call. And we see now they've got 3 ults online, although Grand Slams is going to have 4, almost 5 coming up here, and Decidueye goes down. He does have his Dragon Strike, though. And right now, Flame Tracer getting Nano to stay in the fight. He takes out Lindamood early there. And down, a huge purple coming out from Quasiata. And then we see response from Box 5 Robot, but the Rampage just isn't going to quite be enough to save the point. He's going to be by himself. He's going to hang on for as long as he can. Asterisk is going to get their res off, and that's going to bring Flame Chaser back into the fight. So a valiant effort here to stall by Box 5 Robot, but That is going to be a flip once again in favor of Grand Slam.
Yeah, Box uses his ult there and still manages to get back up to 50% while stalling.
Yeah, just the fact that they have no kind of shield means that Box with Cumulus can get a lot of free railgun charge there, though he did just get absolutely slaughtered by Reckless. But Astra says, don't worry about it, I'm just going to res that. NBD. No, you didn't. And then Reckless going to get picked up by Decidueye, who's going to then jump up onto the little ledge here on the side. And it's just Box 5 Robot there by himself once again. And here comes the sim wall from Lindamood. Gonna try and cut off the point. We see them rotating around here, and Lindamood and Squints getting picked off, and Flame Chaser gonna charge Box 5 Robot into a wall, and Fox McCumulus does the rest. Reckless getting a couple late picks there, but Fox McCumulus will just get rezzed. And now it's probably gonna be Reckless who's gonna get staggered here. Oh, but he does get Suzu'd. Manages to get himself out. And here comes the Dragon Strike. Flame Chaser will be right in the middle of that. But it may not be enough. If they can't touch here, they've got just a couple of seconds. They've got to walk to point right now. They do manage to get on it. Here we go. The Coalescence is out. So is the Foxhole. I forget what it's called, but the Shatter just shuts everything down. Here comes another Rampage from Box 5 Robot, but too little too late. The rest of his team was already died by the time he got that ult off. And that is round number 1 going to Grand Slams.
A lot of high-level play there. There was a lot of really back-and-forth fights there. Flame Chaser's just taking up so much space.
And they were doing a good job punishing for it earlier. Honestly, I would like to see Box 5 swap over to back over to the Ramattra. I think that was where he had the most success, and it was where he was most easily able to punish Joey Flame Chaser's aggressive Reinhardt playstyle.
I agree, because Flame Chaser would go in deep and it would force the supports for Grand Slams to come up to him, which is where Ramattra can really
pose a threat.
Here we go.
We finally do see Box on the Orisa, going for the hard Ryan counter as Flame Chaser reaches point first.
And honestly, if Hammerman is a problem, you go for Spear Lady or Spear Cow. Battle Cattle.
Especially with being able to spear people off the map and to shove people off the map with her.
Yeah. Although it's hard to do to a Reinhardt. If you manage to do that, you're definitely doing something. And we see, speaking of doing something, Decidueye getting some good early picks there on Patty, Shep, and Reckless. And right now that is going to be... Oh no! Oh no, Astris! They tried to fly to Fox and Cumulus, who had fell off the side of the map. And they still managed to cap it, but what a just absolute comedy of errors on the high ground side there.
Again, Flame Chaser just posing a large distraction. He drew all the attention from Boxer, only to have Decidueye cleaning things up while they weren't looking.
Fox v Cumulus definitely not happy about what happened there. I had to message him like, hey, you okay, bud? Oh, and speaking of the side, the little pit there, we see Flame Chaser getting the pin on Box 5 Robot and sending him into the well on point here. And right now, Lindamood getting swatted with Flame Chaser just doing a ton right now. And Reckless is there on the side trying to make something happen. And here comes a Shatter. That's going to kill Squints instantly. And Fox and Cumulus, in the meantime, has had Reckless and Patty Shep off on the side, separated from the rest of their team. So currently no capture progresses. Oh, Box 5 Robot getting picked off there by Fox McCumulus. That has gotta hurt. And then
Decidueye just gonna get rezzed here. Yep.
Someone needs to stop Gabe. I agree, Shaka Khan. Someone does need to stop Decidueye. They were doing a very good job of it in the first map, but unfortunately just not really pulling it off right here, right now. And this is coming into last fight territory now. It's 80%. And Let Him Cook has not managed to get any capture progress. Here comes a high noon from Reckless. We're going to see if that gets any value with that sim wall on point. He doesn't manage to get the high noon off per se, but he does manage to get some value out of just standing there. But he walked back off of point, and we see finally a concerted target calling, and there you have it. Let him cook, finally able to flip things around just in the nick of time there. Lindamood now onto the Symmetra here to help, I think partially just to help get his team out fast. And
So
he
he was on
peaked at
Symmetra.
just the wrong time.
He's been on Symmetra for a minute because that
Has he?
wall critically was what was
yeah.
able to let Reckless
Right.
outgo
wall.
the Decidueye for that fight.
But then we saw Lindamood just got absolutely doinked there by Decidueye as Grand Slams were coming back, and Boxfight Robot has the touch, and Squints got caught because the charge went around him. Boxfight now purple. He's gonna pull the Terror Surge out. It's not gonna get anyone immediately. It does get some damage in, and Flame Chaser's gonna charge back over to point. You see Reckless getting picked off by Fox and Cumulus. The res is gonna come out there from Patty Shep, trying to touch and make something happen. Patty Chef flies to point. Here comes another high noon from Reckless, but he gets shot down by the storm arrows of Decidueye. Patty Chef's gonna get picked off. And with the Dragon Strike follow-up, that is a map win, and that is the 3-2 reverse sweep victory for Grand Slams. And here you go, tonight's final play of the game, courtesy of Flame Chaser, and brought to you as always by our official, unofficial sponsor, Brondo, the Thirst Mutilator. It's what plants crave.
How did he even see Squints in that? Oh my gosh.
He just knew that he didn't see Squints, he saw the Moira, and he wanted to stop the Coalescence with Shatter.
I've
And
never
also, yes,
seen
I
a
agree flat, my
Reinhardt.
friend.
I've never seen a Reinhardt use pin on cooldown as aggressively as Flame Chaser into an Orisa and still not be punished for it.
Honestly, it was a real clinic on what a Masters Reinhardt player does and looks like. He just controlled the tempo, like you were saying. He's a Masters 1 tank for a reason. And what a game that was, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Sorry for the late start tonight, but we are all very glad that you were here to join us. And be sure to stick around for tomorrow night's contest, which if I had any idea what the schedule was, I could tell you that. So we're just going to go pull up the schedule real quick, because I totally had that handy before this very second, because why wouldn't I?
Well, while you look for that, I'll just do a very quick recap. It was a very good match. It was well fought. It looked like Grand Slams did make the better adjustments throughout the match. And I think that's more of on the off rolls, because Flame Chaser obviously stayed on that Reinhardt the whole match. But we saw some swaps from Quasiata and just some really great support play for keeping Flame Chaser up and enabling him to play that aggressive style. And just really see the strengths of both the supports and the tanks come through from that synergy.
And there you have it, folks. That is tonight's match. And tomorrow we will be seeing G I Love Frogs face down the Crimson Crusaders. So be sure to tune in at our regularly scheduled time, 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central. This is Banging My Drums saying we'll catch you on the flip side.